Hey Paul.
Hello.
Newcastle United 2, Spurs 1. Another win, but still not a great performance though.
No, it wasn't, but I think we ground that out today. Nick Pope was tremendous, apart from his kicking, but we'll gloss over that. Some of the saves he made were fantastic, but that's what your goalkeeper's there to do. That's why he's back in the England squad. Some players still aren't at it. I mean, Isak, I don't know what's going on. He can't trap a bag of sand at the minute. He can't pass the ball, but he's off the mark, and I think that was important. Hopefully that'll do him the world of good. Anthony Gordon's still not up to speed yet. But on there's more positives. I mean, you know, everybody praises Man United and praises Liverpool and that when they're not at their best, but they're still picking up points. They all turn around and say that's a sign of a good team. You can tell the spirit's there. There's just a few things that still need clicking into gear, but we're 3 games into the season, 3 Premier League games anyway, and you know what, we're unbeaten, 7 points.
That's it.
I mean, you can't do any more than that, you know what I mean? It's we've got a 2-week break now, and hopefully everyone comes back from international break fit, and we get going again when we come back.
That's the main thing. Bonds, great finish. Look how many times we've been crying out for him to start games. I believe we can see the best out of him this season. Great goal he scored.
He's performing better than Gordon at the minute, which is just high praise, because we know Gordon's such a good player. But that goal he took really well. Lloyd Kelly's ball in. I mean, Lloyd Kelly played okay today, left back, and put a beautiful ball in. And you know, to hit that first time, you know, coming across him and angling it into the top corner, it was a really good goal, that. And you know, we were good in parts today. I mean, you look at the second goal, Joe Linton's fantastic through ball. Yes. So there's definite positives, but I think the biggest positive is we're still not at our best. No, yet we're 7 points, and we've started the season with a load of points. So what more can we do?
Absolutely. Spurs had chances before, and it was gut-wrenching that. It was coming their goal, wasn't it?
It was. You could see it coming. You felt it was coming, but at the same time, I like the way we responded. We didn't put our heads down. How many times have we seen Newcastle, you know, 1-0 up, then suddenly dragged the 1-1, and then we went on and lost the game? You felt that could have happened today, but it didn't. They dug in, they got the result, and at the end of the day, we've got the 3 points.
Yep. Isak again, not the best, but he couldn't have missed that, surely.
It was great heads up by Murphy, and I think, you know, Murphy could have slotted that in himself.
He could have.
However, I think to get Isak off the mark was important today, because you saw the relief when he, you know, screamed at the fans, and I think that could be him up and running, hopefully. But he's got to. I don't know what it is. He can't. He doesn't jump for goal kicks. He's not jumping for headers. And then he gets the ball and he's losing it very easily. And I think for those that weren't at the game today, watching on TV, they wouldn't see the movement too well, because you know the cameras will have panted the ball, but Isak just cut a frustrated figure. The penalty, you know, what he thought was a penalty was a fabulous tackle. And then he's laying on the ground, he's complaining instead of getting back and helping defensively. Gordon did that a couple of times today as well, and you know the fans were getting a bit annoyed, saying, you know, get up and get on with it. But at the end of the day, it's 3 points, and we are heading in the right direction.
Absolutely. James Maddison, I'm sorry, but he's an absolute cheated little twat.
Well, he did it against us. I think we were there that Leicester game when he took the dive off Lascelles, wasn't it, in the box? But he is what he is. And he's annoying, but if we had him, we'd love him. But you know, it's one of them things. He's trying to win free kicks for his team. It didn't work for him today, but I don't really care. You know, I couldn't give a shit unless he's playing in black and white, really. But really positive at the end of the game. We've got the 3 points.
Yeah. International break next week. Oh, cannot be bothered. And then we've got Wolves, who are pretty struggling at the moment as well. I mean, we're glad we'll have Cher back, and Tonali surely got to be in the start lineup.
He's got to start Tonali. You know, the difference he makes when he's in that midfield is massive. But it's important that they all come back fit, and then we go to Wolves, and you know, it's a difficult game, difficult place to go to Molineux. However, I think we'll win. I honestly think we've got a much better side than Wolves, and go and win by a couple of goals and keep the run going.
That's the main thing. Well, thank you.
Cheers, man.
Right, Sharky, Newcastle United 2, Spurs 1. Might not be the greatest of performances, but you know what? It's 3 points we've got.
It's 3 points, but we do have to play better. I know it's early in the season. It wasn't the best games to watch. I just thought on another day, if Spurs maybe had a little bit more quality about them, they actually come away with at least a point. They might even win the game. I don't think really anything clicked for us this afternoon. But in the end, we found a way to win. It's just a case of, can we maintain that for the rest of the season? I know there'll be talk about, the summer window being very poor and things aren't quite clicking at the minute. But a case of, we are getting the 3 points, and that's all that matters.
That's the main thing. Great goal from Harvey Barnes. Good ball in by Kelly. And how many times we've been wanting Barnes to start? We've said we haven't seen the best out of him. He deserves his chance this season.
He's a quality player. He's done so well for Leicester, and he got his big move. We know what qualities he gives to the team. You just need to give him the service, and that was quite tough for him and Isak. But talking of Harvey Barnes, what was better, the cross or the shot?
Oh, it's hard to tell because
I thought it was a really good shot.
It was a great
but the cross was
Kelly was very good.
Yeah, fantastic, and you read it well, and like you say, took the shot on. We go 1-0 up in the first half. First half throughout the game we had no control of. It was a case of somebody had to try and up the tempo somehow. In terms of the goal from Harvey Barnes. Just like I say, fantastic finish.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I was expecting that we were going to kick on.
Yep.
But obviously it wasn't to be.
Well, that's it. Second half, Spurs had chances and they got the equaliser. You could see it was coming.
And that's what I'm saying, it wasn't to be. Spurs, they made changes. They sort of tweaked the formation a little bit, you could see. And then second half, from the minute the whistle went, Spurs were going for it. Were just so deep. Weren't really reading the game very well. And Spurs were having chances. They hit the crossbar, and it was literally moments later they go and score. And it's our own fault because we're not switched on, and we're making silly errors. And I was thinking, right, okay, we've been lucky against Southampton, we've been lucky against Bournemouth. Is this going to be the day where we're not so lucky? And again, at 1-1, the tempo was flat. Yeah. Even when Tonali come on, he gave her a spark, but again we were still losing the ball in key areas and giving it away. Spurs, they were having the chances, but they didn't take them, and then up the other end, we win the ball, and it's an easy goal for.
Great ball through by Joelinton to find Murphy, who thought Murphy was pretty poor when he come on, but he laid it across. Isak, tapping empty net, even though Isak not having the great performance as well.
Exactly, Murphy didn't have the greatest impact into the game, but again, this match was quite flat, so I think it's hard for anyone to really make an impact. But it doesn't really matter. He picked the ball up, he found Isak, and he'll never score an easier goal in his career. We know he's a lethal finisher. He didn't have his best game, but it doesn't matter. We've got the 3 points, and we take that forward. Going into the international break. I'm kind of good at the international breaks here because I've kind of had enough of England at the minute after what happened at the Euros. But you kind of want the next game and the next game just to keep building that momentum. And that's back-to-back wins at home as well, which is massive.
That's it. James Maddison, I'm sorry, he's an absolute cheat.
Yeah, Showboat as well. He goes down far too easily, and he's looking for yellow cards. And at the end of the day, if you've got a bit of quality and you can finish, fair play to you. But if you're just going to showboat and go down constantly looking for fouls, which are not fouls, and try and disrupt the game, then 9 times out of 10 you're going to get found out. And I feel like it's not quite worked out from Spurs at the minute. And could he have done a bit more if he'd signed for Newcastle? Obviously, would have easily improved his game with this squad. But again, I can't speak for Spurs. We know that they're a poor side at the minute. I don't think Spurs have improved. That's just my opinion. If I look at the last few windows and you look at that performance there, they haven't got a finisher.
Well, they don't. They spent money on splashed out 60 or 5 million on a striker who's injured at the moment as well. International break, which we can't be bothered with. But we've got Wolves. Hopefully, we'll see the return of Shea. Maybe Wilson, maybe Willock. So hopefully, I think we can beat Wolves if we get a couple of players back. We need Shea back in the side.
We do. We've missed Shea. I think he's been a real stalwart in our squad. He's just been a real leader at the back as well. And I just feel like we should have done more in the summer, maybe to try and give a bit more options off the bench. I'd like to see Asula start.
Why isn't he getting a chance?
Exactly, because I thought Isak was quite quiet, and I thought even if he doesn't start, just give him a chance.
Yeah.
I know Eddie Howe says he's for the future. He's not for the future. He's for the here and now. If you're going to pay 15 million or what it is for Asula, doesn't matter what his age is, you start him and you give him that opportunity to really show what he's about. And I feel like there was an opportunity missed there this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm disappointed again. He hasn't got any minutes. Well,
but I was going to say, in terms of the Wolves game, I think it's a game we can't win, but we need to up the tempo.
That's it. All right, thank you. Okay, Lawrence, Newcastle United 2, Spurs 1. Maybe not have been the greatest, but it's 3 points again at home.
Yep, I mean, not the best of performances. I mean, second half was really stressful. Oh, that's nice. But it's another win over Spurs. I mean, we're defended pretty well. I mean, hopefully it's good signs that, we're getting results despite playing nowhere near as well as we can. But it'll be good after the international break to get Share back, and Tardy should hopefully get up to speed.
Absolutely. Great goal from Barnes. Good cross by Kelly, but the finish from Barnes was incredible. How many times have we been crying out for Barnes to be given this opportunity? Surely this is his season, because I said we haven't seen the best out of Barnes yet, and I believe this could well be his opportunity this season.
I mean, the guy got, 13 goals in his side that got relegated last season. I mean, last season when he was injured, it was really frustrating. He got the freak injury, we couldn't have foreseen that. And people were like, oh, why did we get rid of Maxi? Like, he would have stayed fit. But then Harvey Barnes, hopefully he'll be the guy to get double figures. Like Gordon last year, Biggie the season before that. But yeah, brilliant finish from Lad. Great cross from Kelly as well. I mean, people were writing him off after the Bournemouth game, which is ridiculous. Yeah. He played a lot better today.
Yeah, I thought he did as well. As I mentioned, it was a great cross, and the finish was really, really good as well. I mean, Spurs had chance in the second half. The fetch on Brennan Johnson very early, and they did cause us some chances, so that was some warning signs for us. Then he did get the equaliser, which you could say it was coming.
It was coming. I mean, I think I had a chance which deflected, which hit the bar. That could have been really unlucky for us. But just sitting off, and it was frustrating. Then they got the equaliser. They had chances to win it as well, but then even before the goal, Isak had the chance to have a shot or square Longstaff, which would have been the better option, but he wasted that. But thankfully we just held on and managed to hold out and get the goal, winning goal ourselves. And maybe just in the international break will help us. Think right, we need to play better, even though we've got the results so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Isak finally off the scoring, even though he still wasn't good today. Great ball by Joe Linton. Murphy, even though I don't think Murphy was great when he come on. Side across, Isak surely couldn't have missed that.
Exactly. That's what fresh legs can do, is a good cross from Jacob Murphy. Isak, right place, right time. Hopefully this will get him scoring goals again. To be fair, first couple of fixtures he's never scored against Southampton. Of course, he's had a few assists. Bournemouth, all he's done was only goal against them was a penalty. I mean, I know, yes, he's missed both games last season because of injury. Whereas Spurs, obviously, he's always scored at home against them. But hopefully, we'll just keep seeing the, Isak will just get back into goal scoring after the international break.
That's it. Yep, we've got the international break, which we're not looking forward to. But Wolves is the game after that. We'll have Share back, and hopefully we can have Willock and Wilson back as well, so some players returning as well.
Yeah, I don't think Willock was too far from return today, but obviously you kind of take the risk with him, especially after last season and even the end of the season before that. But it'd be good to get him back, just for squad depth and pace in that midfield. Share being back will be good as well. Because Kraft's all right centre back, but then sometimes you miss Share's ability to play the ball out.
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely. Well done, thank you. Well, co-host of the channel, Mason Newcastle United 2, Spurs 1. Not the greatest of performance, but we've beaten them again.
Daniel Levy, you can enjoy the rest of your Sunday night, you little dwarf. Some I think in part of the game, disappointing to say the least, but look, enough at the end of the day, we've got the 3 points and see what happens. And now we've got a little break, which is disappointing, but in a game we just need to have a nice little rest and obviously get back for the Wolves game.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, great goal by Bonds today, great cross from Kelly, and Bonds did the rest. Great finish. We've been crying him for his chance this season, and he deserves that chance this season.
If he starts getting a decent run of games starting, then we're going to get the best out of him, as he said in previous shows. I was pretty paid off when he got subbed off.
I was as well. I found it very strange.
Because when Murphy came on, keep losing the balls. And I assisted Isaac, but he should be doing better, man.
Yeah, maybe apart from that, he wasn't getting people's hopes up, was he? That was the thing. Second half, Spurs having the chances. You can't see that their equaliser wasn't coming.
When I sit in Leeds, I thought it looked like Dampen had took it into his own net. But we'll have to see back. But yeah, they had me up there with me freaking anxiety. Me was up there with obviously seeing it 1-1. Depends what'll happen. Depends what if they're going to go back. But luckily enough, we played on the counter, and obviously Isaac got the winner, which is pleasing. And overall, pleased with the 3 points, but we need to do a little bit better with some of the performances.
That's it. Even though Isaac wasn't great today, but Charlie couldn't have missed that.
Nah. If that was Mickey, never know where that probably would have went. But Isaac, it's what a striker does and what a striker should do. I'm pleased for him. Just hopefully he doesn't get figured injured when he goes away with Sweden. But the fact is, he's back scoring goals again, and that's what we like to see.
That's what we need, and hopefully that'll kick him on for a bit as well. Of course, James Maddison, I'm sorry, but he's a cheat.
Yes, he is, and a greedy bastard as well. I liked him at first, but obviously wanting to go to Tottenham, who've got no frigging ambition. Well, if he came to Newcastle, he would have had frigging ambition. He's just a frigging wanker, cheating cunt, greedy bastard. What you want to call every name on the sun, but he's a freaking arsewipe him like.
Yeah, international break, which we can't be bothered with, but we've got Wolves. I think we can beat them. We'll have Cher back. Hopefully Wilson might come back, and hopefully Willock will come back as well. So hopefully players back after the international break.
Yes, and obviously Wolves coming off of losing Pedro Neto to Chelsea. It's going to be interesting to see how they play against without some of the best players from, like, obviously the Portuguese ones, to see a few. But yeah, I think going to the Wolves, I think we'll probably play a lot better because they've lost a few of the star players from last season, and obviously I think it's going to be a struggle for them this season.
Yeah, I believe it will be as well. Well then, Frank Cole.